In this video, we will review how to write the 3 new UCAS questions and therefore a personal statement old UK style still in use for some other universities. The 3 UCAS questions. The new UCAS system asks you: why do you want to study this course? What have you done to prepare? What skills and experiences will help you succeed? Now let's see how this connects to the old essay format. Introduction, old essay, becomes question 1 why this course? Body, old essay, becomes question 2, what have you done to prepare? Conclusion, old essay, becomes question 3, skills and experiences. So whether you're writing 1 essay or 3 responses, the same structure applies. Here's the golden balance. 80% of what you write should be major-related, academic interests, projects, or activities connected to your course. 20% can be transferable skills, resilience, teamwork, leadership, communication. That balance works for UCAS and for traditional personal statements. To make this clearer, let's look at 2 students. Marie wants to study sports sciences. She plays on a competitive sports team. For question 2, she'll describe how this experience taught her about anatomy, injury prevention, and performance training. That's her preparation for the course. Robert wants to study computer science. For question 1, he'll use his robotics lab story to explain the moment he realized problem solving was more than just a challenge, it was his passion. Robert, on the other hand, also plays sports but he's applying for computer science. He might mention his team experience, but only to show how it helped him develop transferable skills like resilience, communication, or time management. He won't claim that playing sports inspired him to study computer science because that wouldn't feel genuine or relevant. How to approach each question or section if it's an essay. Question 1, why this course? Intro for old essay. Start with an anecdote or moment of realization that sparked your interest. Avoid clichés like, I've always been fascinated by. Question 2, what have you done to prepare? Body for old essay. Bring in 2 to 3 experiences, summer camps, extended essays, internships, projects. Be specific and reflective. What did you learn, and how does it connect to your course? Question 3, what skills will help you succeed? Conclusion for old essay. Here's where you add the 20%, leadership, teamwork, entrepreneurship, sports, volunteering. But always show, don't tell. Don't just say you're resilient, prove it with a story. Question 1, why do you want to study this course? Purpose, show genuine motivation for the subject. This is your chance to prove you're not just choosing randomly, you have a clear, personal reason for applying. What to include? An authentic hook, a moment, anecdote, or realization that sparked your interest. Evidence of long-term curiosity, books, podcasts, early experiences, conversations with teachers. A sense of why this subject matters to you personally and academically. What to avoid? Clichés like, I've always been fascinated by. Overly generic statements, biology is important because it helps people. Starting with a quote, keep the focus on your voice. Let's hear an example. One afternoon, while debugging a robot in my school's lab, I realized that problem solving under pressure wasn't just a challenge, it was something I deeply enjoyed. That moment marked a shift. I saw computer science not just as a subject, but as a lens through which to view and shape the future. Let's hear another example. My interest in engineering dates back from the days I was helping to produce biodiesel in the garage. The system was quite simple. 2 cut steel drums were connected with flexible tubing. We used homemade stands to avoid using pumps and valves to control the flow. The used frying oil coming from our family's seasonal restaurant in Niagara Falls would go from the first tank and run through a centrifuge filter to the next biodiesel processing tank. Working in the restaurant and driving around in the donut-smelling truck, as customers called it, showed me that from a simple idea, a concrete project can emerge and make a significant difference. This has led me to search for a career centered around finding solutions to environmental problems. The introduction should be engaging and unique to the applicant. The goal is to introduce your interest authentically and hint at the deeper reasons behind it. Now let's look at question 2. Question 2. What have you done to prepare? Purpose: prove academic readiness. Briefly explain what you did, highlight what skills you gained and link them clearly to your subject. This is where you highlight specific experiences that connect directly to your chosen subject. Here are a few examples of what you could include. Summer camps, like Houston Prep. Programming projects or robotics club. Internships or work experience. IB projects like a math IA on supercomputer data or an extended essay on Spanish politics, etc. Independent learning, reading, coding projects, personal research. Or if you have always been an entrepreneur, an e-commerce or some other entrepreneurship ventures. Reflective details, not just what you did, but what you learned. Avoid vague claims like, I did a lot of math competitions. Better to say, in Math Olympiad, I learned to break down problems systematically under time pressure. Also avoid listing achievements without reflection. Mentioning unrelated activities, stick to course-related. Question 3. What skills and experiences will help you succeed? Here you have to show you're prepared for the demands of university life, not just the subject. Here's where you highlight transferable skills that will help you thrive. What to include? Soft skills: resilience, teamwork, leadership, communication, problem solving. Extracurriculars that demonstrate these: sports, music, volunteering, entrepreneurship. A brief forward-looking statement: how these skills along with your motivation make you ready for university. Avoid empty claims like, I am hardworking. Negativity about weaknesses or missed opportunities. Example: as captain of my school's football team, I learned how to stay disciplined, motivate others, and recover from setbacks. These experiences have taught me resilience and time management, skills I know will help me succeed as a law student balancing heavy reading and debate preparation. Now most students make mistakes because of those 3 rules, so we will focus on those for the exercise below. Here are the 3 most important rules before you start your exercise. Rule 1, show, don't tell, most important. Don't just say you're resilient. Show us the time you kept training all year, even when you weren't allowed to play. Don't just say you're passionate about business. Tell us about the time you helped a real company make an investment decision. Example: instead of, I'm a leader, say, as class president, I created a student-led mental health week that reached 400 students. Show what happened. Let the reader see it. That's how you make them care. Rule 2. Use specific examples. Vague equals forgettable. Details equals memorable. So instead of, I love science, say, I spent 6 weeks at Project ITER analyzing the tritium plant and presenting to senior engineers. The more specific your examples, the more real your story feels. Finally, rule number 3, connect everything to the course or major. It's not just about what you did, it's about why it matters. Want to study sports sciences? Show how your years in a volleyball team sparked your interest in athletic performance and recovery. Applying for computer science. Talk about how coding your own game taught you about logic, problem solving, and made you want to learn more. Whatever you include, make sure it points back to the subject you're applying for. Okay, let's go. Apply the 3 rules you just learned about in the video in this quiz and the exercise below.